The way that I look at content is as it is. And so I ask people, I'm like, hey, what's the difference between free content, content that people opt in for, and content that people give you their credit card for? What's the difference? I want to know. And they'll look at me and they're like, oh, it's this, it's this, it's this. And I was like, it's really, really simple in my opinion. And the way that I look at content is really simple. For me, an idea is free, right? So a modality about walking and the power of walking and talking about it, that's an idea. That's free, right? If I take that same idea and I add structure and accountability, it becomes an opt-in. So, hey, the power of walking does this, but I'm going to tell you that over the next 5 days, if you do this way, or if you give me your email, I'm going to teach you over the next 5 days how to do this way with check-ins to achieve this goal. Well, it's the same idea that was free, but now it's an idea with structure and accountability. And then for paid content, in my opinion, it's an idea with structure, accountability, and access. And so then it might have video calls. It might have an office hours call. It might have, support with your team. It might be whatever. And so I look at content that all the content we use is the same. The only difference of how we deliver it is how we package it. And so for me, free content is an idea, sometimes with some structure, but most of the time not really. An opt-in is content with an idea and structure and accountability, and then paid is structure, accountability, and access, and anything that comes along those lines. Because at the end of the day, if I sell a supplement or if I sell a program that helps people sleep better, there's only a limited amount of content that I can talk about. And so the only thing that I change is how I deliver that content to deliver results for people. And so then when you understand this, now you look at it and you're like, okay, which modalities can I share for free? I can talk about these beliefs and this here and this here and this here and this here. And then you're like, okay, well, which one of those modalities would actually help me create ideal customers or move my ideal customers one step closer to me? And you're like, oh, this one. You're like, oh, I'll make those my opt-ins. I'll take that content, but then I'll put it in structure and accountability, because at the end of it, they're either going to realize I'm not their person or I'm their dream person to work with and they're my dream client. And then you then look at which one should be paid for. And then you're like, okay, how am I going to structure this? What's the accountability? And then what's the access that they're going to have? Because people don't pay for products. They pay for access and accountability. And so then you understand this as you look at it, and you have a very clear picture of the journey that you have to design for your customer.